Welcome to the Metabolic Chronicles Vlogcast, episode
27?
27.
28.
28?
It's 28.
28.
Okay.
28, son. Yeah. We recorded this before.
Yeah, this is take two.
This is take two. So that's why we dropped the 27 and a half.
Yeah.
So you guys could, be happy with 3 minutes. Okay, so Tyron Woodley and Dana White got beef after UFC, what was it, 213?
214.
214. Dana White completely blasted Tyron Woodley for his performance against Damian Maia. Personally, I thought it was a good performance by Tyron. It wasn't the most exciting, but you're fighting one of the least exciting fighters in the UFC, and that's Damian Maia. He takes every fight to the ground. He makes every fighter look terrible. He had to stick to the game plan, plain and simple. I totally agree with Tyron Woodley that if you bash a fighter, you're not helping the company. You're a promoter, so if you're promoting this fighter, but you're bashing him at whatever chance you get, you're not selling him, and you're not selling him to the fans. There's a reason why Floyd is so popular, even though he's boring to watch. Showtime sells him.
I mean, he runs Showtime, basically.
Yeah, he runs Showtime, but they still sell him, though. Because you gotta sell him.
That's your guy.
That's your guy. It's the same way when HBO sells they sell Adrian Broner fights. He's terrible, but they sell him. They push him. So people want to watch Adrian Broner, whether it's for him to lose or it's a very small majority wants him to win. But it's still, they selling him. So when you see Dana White going on a podium and just bad-mouthing Tyron Woodley for like 5 fucking or 10 minutes, you're not gonna win the cooperation of Tyron. So Tyron's during on the MMA Hour said that if Dana White doesn't apologize publicly, he's gonna leak some shit. He never did. Supposedly they had a meeting and they ironed everything out. But regardless, Tyron's performance was a great performance. He also blew out his shoulder in the fight when he said he threw the uppercut. So that kind of negated his punching. But at the end of the day, he stuck, what, it was 24 takedowns?
Something like that.
24 takedowns and won every round.
Damn.
Decisively. So I don't know how you can call it a terrible performance. If this was GSP, everybody will be talking high praise about it, but it's Tyron, so everybody's used to Tyron knocking people out. So, oh my God, he's so boring. Before his last 2 title defenses, he was fucking everybody up. Like, he beat the shit out of Wonderboy in the first fight, even though it was a back and forth. Wonderboy got the worst of that beating. And the second one, they both were pretty cautious on how they approach each other. But at the end, still, Tyron came in and beat dog shit out of him in the 5th. So, I don't really see it as he's a cautious fighter or he's trying to win the judges. He blew out his shoulder. His main weapon was gone. And so he stuck to the game plan that he had. Yeah. And that was it.
Plus, he was fighting probably one of the greatest
grapplers in MMA ever. Probably.
And if anything, if you want to just shit on Tyron Woodley about that, again, he was fighting one of the best ground fighters in MMA, period. He basically put on a ground defense clinic during that fight, stuffing those 24 takedowns.
Like, what do y'all want him to do? Like, drop
Maya
and then jump on the ground with him?
Yeah,
no, it's fucking crazy.
I mean, there were plenty of times where he could have actually taken out Maia. But again, he had to be smart about his fight. He's fighting one guy who can turn a fight around.
With just one takedown.
Yeah, with one takedown. Or even if, whatever reason, you manage to get close to him and you rush him in, and you go for whatever ground and pound or whatever you're going to go for.
You end up in a submission.
Yeah, he can turn that into a submission. So the best idea was, all right, he's hurt, he got knocked down, let him get back up. You have the advantage on the stand-up, just run that shit out.
Yeah. Also, Kid Creole or Grandmaster Flash in the Furious 5 stabbed a homeless man to death. He was charged with murder.
Yep.
Don't push me.
Because I'm close to the
edge.
So, Yeah, Kid Creole is 57 years old. It's kind of crazy, but that's another lesson for you people. Don't fuck with Bronx niggas.
Crazy old Bronx niggas.
Yeah. The Goodwill out put out a collaboration with Saucony. I think it was last week. It was of a Shadow 5000. It was all premium leather. It's an all black sneaker. Premium leather, premium suede. It's based off a VHS cassette tape. The box itself looks like a VHS player. It also comes with a VHS tape, which is pretty cool. I like the whole execution of it. I'm just don't need another all black sneaker. The bottom is translucent. It also looks like the snow image you get when you take off the what's the name of the cords back in the days you plugged in?
Coax?
Yeah, those cords. It has that fuzzy. If you have it on channel 3, it has the funny shh. That's what the bottom of the shoe is. With the Goodwill out is script in the bottom. Then on the back of the shoe by the heel, it has the rainbow color of when you're trying to adjust the colors of your TV on the back. Like I said, it's a dope shoe, dope concept, dope execution. I just don't want another all black sneaker, so I passed on it. Also, Suge Knight has been indicted on murder charges for running homeboy over with his car. So he's indicted now. He's going to court.
Man, that man
he's going to trial, and he's probably going to.
He's gonna be on death row for real.
He's gonna be on death row
like,
for real.
Bro,
Murder was the case that they gave.
My thing is this: if he's on death row, he's going to be on death row.
No, he is going to be on death row.
Yeah.
Why is
he's a predicate felon, bro.
Why is he still sending like threats to
son.
F. Gary Gray?
That's his son.
That's his son sending threats to F. Gary Gray.
His son got control of all his social media.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Murder was the case that they gave. Dude,
I'm innocent.
It's so perfect. Like Death Row Records. Now you're on death row, and
this is
all
dedicated to the niggas that was down from day one.
And you can just
you know how we always do about this, Todd.
you can, yeah, it's fucked up. You can use Death Row Records old catalog against him as jokes. It's fucking great.
That's fucked up.
Also, we're gonna go back into MMA. The rumor mill is talking about having Robbie Lawler and Jorge Masvidal fight for an interim title. So Tyron Woodley heals his shoulder. This was another thing Tyron Woodley had a beef about with Dana White, talking about if they put a fucking interim title up, he's gonna lose his shit. Well, he's probably losing his shit right now. This is the rumor. It hasn't been made official. I'm hoping it's a #1 contender fight and not an interim title. We don't need an interim title on 170. Tyron Woodley's not gonna be gone that long.
You don't need a fucking
interim title at all.
Anywhere.
Yeah, but. Yeah, they're making an interim title fight. Supposedly Jorge Masvidal and Robbie Lawler. I want to see the fight. I think that's a great fight. It's definitely a 5-rounder. Don't make it an interim fight. Just make it a #1 contender fight.
Yeah, just make it a headlining fight.
Also, great news in the world of hip-hop. Martin Shkreli, the pharmaceutical bully, whatever they want to call him. The guy who also brought Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, that $1 million Wu-Tang album. He's been found guilty of 3 out of 8 felony fraud charges. So yeah, goodbye Martin, have fun.
Now the Wu-Tang and Bill Murray are gonna steal that record.
Yeah, now they're gonna steal that album. That's done. Let's talk about UFC Fight Night Mexico. Jordan Rinaldi versus Alvaro Herrera. Rinaldi won by Ron Flu choke. That was it. The round didn't have nothing else besides that. He just got into the front flu choke and that was it. Joseph Morales versus Roberto Sanchez. Morales wins by rear naked choke. He blasted Sanchez with a right hand and then dropped him and then swarmed him with ground and pound. Gets to his back, sinks in the rear naked choke. Game over. That was in the first round as well. Jose Quinones versus Diego Rivas. Quinones, I gave him the first round. He landed good body kicks, constant pressure. He controlled the pace of the fight. Round 2, I gave it to Quinones again, same as the first, but also got a takedown and control on the ground. Round 3, Quinones again. Rivers did a lot better in this round, but Quinones still connected with low kicks and combos. Quinones by unanimous decision. Henry Briones versus Rani Yahya, or Yaya, however you want to pronounce it.
I think it's Yaya.
Yeah, I think it's Yaya. Yaya by Kimura in the first round. He got the takedown immediately. He just ran at Briones and then got him down and just hooked in the motherfucking Kimura. It was over like that. Dustin Ortiz versus Hector Sandoval. Ortiz by knockout. He also has the record for second fastest knockout in, I think, flyweight, 14 seconds. He starched Sandoval. Brad Scott versus Jack Hermanson. Round 1 TKO. There was a lot of round 1 finishes in this card. By ground and pound, he gets Scott to the ground, takes control, gets full mount, and then beats Scott into baby shit. Alejandro Perez versus Andre Sukumov. Sukumov, round 1, Perez lands more strikes and leg kicks, but Sukumov drops Perez twice in the first round with ease. He made it look easy. Round 2, I gave to Sukumov again. It was a crazy round. Sukumov is clearly the better fighter and dropped Perez, but Perez kept on fighting and got Sukumov to the ground and made that round close. Round 3, I gave to Perez. Perez's cardio holds him down going into the third. Sukumov looks gassed and slow. Perez gets a takedown and Sukumov gets back on his feet but goes for a stupid flip kick and ends up on his back, and Perez just kicks him while he's laying on the ground. Perez by split decision. Sam Alvey versus Rashad Evans. Round 1 I gave to Evans. Not much action in this round, but Rashad gets a takedown and controls the pace of the fight. Round 2, Alvey, extremely boring round. Rashad just kept going for takedowns while Alvey stuffing them and landing decent strikes in the clinch. Round 3, boring round, terrible fight. Alvey by split decision. Rashad Evans needs to retire. Every time he steps in that octagon, he doesn't look like Rashad Evans anymore. He always looks mad hesitant. He kind of looks like he's scared to be in there. He's 37 and then dropping down to weight, to 185. You would think it's an advantage, but he just looks terrified fighting. And like, I don't know if his heart is in it. Like, he looks like he's just fighting to fight. Like, I guess it's a paycheck.
Yeah, he hasn't looked very good in a long time.
Yeah, he hasn't looked very good in a long time. So I personally think he should just retire. I don't like seeing fighters get beat up, especially by Sam Alvey.
You can't hate on Sam Alvey.
I can't hate on Sam Alvey, but he isn't.
He's not a top tier guy.
He's not top
He has
tier.
a lot of power in his punches.
Yeah, but still, Sam Alvey, bro. Humberto Bandenet versus Martin Bravo. Round 1, Bandenet by knockout. Lands a knee. He looked like he was going for a high kick, but homeboy came in and just caught him dead at his knee. Bandenet and starches him. Fight was over. Nico Price versus Alan Joban. Price by knockout. First round. I felt the ref stopped the fight a little too early, but it probably still would have not went well for Joban. But still, I would have liked to see if Joban would have got his wits about him and got out of there. But Nico Price isn't a great fighter, and when you watch Joban fight and Nico Price fight, Joban is clearly the better fighter. But Nico Price just caught him with a good shot and drugged him. Joban's jaw is kind of is turning into glass as the years progress. He's getting tapped and you see he gets drugged. When Gunnar Nelson hit him, that was like a jab and it rocked him. I don't know what's next for Joban. I like Joban. I don't want to see him go. I think he has a couple more good fights in him. But if he keeps getting drugged like that, then I don't want to see him fight.
Up next for Alan Joban is the runway.
He does.
He's a model.
Yeah, he's a model, so
he can do whatever
he can do whatever he wants.
He's not getting punched in the face.
Alexa Grasso versus Randa Marcos. First round I gave to Grasso. Marcos came out very aggressive, but Grasso found a rhythm and started lighting up Marcos. Marcos tried for a takedown and got reversed and ate some punches from Grasso on the ground. Round 2 I gave to Marcos. She switched up her game plan and just goes for takedowns and controls from the top and lands some good ground and pound in the process. Round 3 I gave to Grasso. Close round, but Grasso landed the combos and stunned Marcos. Alex Grasso by split decision. Sergio Pettis versus Brandon Moreno. Sergio Pettis won the fight by decision. It was a striking clinic for Sergio Pettis. Moreno had a chance in the first round. He got the takedown because Sergio Pettis threw like a body kick. He grabbed it and went in and got the takedown. He didn't do much with the ground control. He was, he got on his back, but Sergio Pettis' defense was pretty fucking good. So he really didn't do nothing. He didn't really land anything. He didn't really sink in a choke, anything like that. I mean, he threatened, but Sergio's defense was always there. After that, Sergio just stopped throwing body kicks, and it was strictly low kicks, high kicks, and combos. And he was just lighting up Moreno the whole fight after that. It was basically, he just ran through every round doing that all over and over. They asked Sergio Pettis what's next for him. He feels like he needs a couple more fights before he fights Demetrius Johnson. Johnson is going to fight Ray Borg. So I think they're lining up Sergio to fight Johnson. I'd rather see Sergio fight Henry Cejudo or Joseph Benavidez. Well, I don't know the status of those two guys. I think Sergio was supposed to fight Cejudo before he fought Moreno. But Cejudo pulled out because he had a fucked up hand. So hopefully they make this fight again, because I really don't want. I don't think Sergio is ready for Mighty Mouse either.
No, nobody's ready.
No, nobody's ready. But still, if any fighter there, I think Sergio's stand up will cause a problem for Mighty Mouse.
I guess. I mean, but from what I heard, supposedly after he beats Ray Borg,
he wants to go up.
Yeah, I'm saying like it's a foregone conclusion that he's gonna beat Ray Borg.
He's gonna beat Ray Borg.
But
he's gonna beat Ray Borg bad.
But yeah, the rumor mill is after he beats Ray Borg and he defends that title, he's gonna go up in weight.
To fight the champion at 135.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be TJ Dillashaw.
Yeah, we'll see.
Also that Saturday night, the greatest boxer alive at the moment, Vasyl Lomachenko, fought on ESPN against Miguel Marraga. He put on a fucking clinic. In the third round, he dropped Marraga. Also, Marraga hit him with a headbutt. It was ruled an accidental headbutt. I mean, I watched the fight. It looked like accidental. But it also kind of looked like, he's kind of frustrated, so he put his head out. And, the heads collided. And then he knocked him down in third. Then Lomachenko decided that I'm going to turn up the volume in like the 7th round. And just started beating dog shit out of Marraga. Knocked him down in the 7th. And at the end of the 7th round, he dropped him. And then Marraga quit on the stool. He wasn't coming out for the 8th round. This is like every fight with Lomachenko. Fighters end up quitting. He's just too much for these guys. People badmouthed him fighting Marraga, but it was like, who else wants to fight him? He beat the top guy in that division, Nicholas Walters. And after everybody saw what happened to Nicholas Walters, nobody wants to fight him. I mean, and Nicholas Walters was that dude. So, and he made Nicholas Walters quit in the 6th. So, and Nicholas Walters didn't even get knocked down or nothing. He knew he was completely outclassed. They're talking about him going up and fight Terence Crawford, but that's not happening because Terence Crawford is going to fight Ndago and then move up in weight. So, he's too big for 140, Terence Crawford. And Lomachenko, he's just getting warmed up at 134. So for him to leave makes no sense. So they're talking about him fighting Mikey Garcia or Rigondeaux.
That headbutt was a dirty.
I watched it. It wasn't a dirty headbutt. They're talking about fighting Rigondeaux or Mikey Garcia. I think the Rigondeaux fight happens first. I don't think Mikey Garcia is going to fight Lomachenko. I like Mikey Garcia. I think he's a great fighter, but Lomachenko is an exceptional fighter. Yeah, he's going to school Mikey Garcia. They're probably going to line up Mikey Garcia to fight Danny Garcia, because Danny Garcia's kind of turned to like the litmus test of every division, of that division of 140. So if you want to, is it 140 he's at, or 145? I don't remember. I think 145. But he's like the litmus test. If you got like a rising star and you want to test him, you put him to fight Danny Garcia. So I think they want him to fight Danny Garcia next.
You can call it the Garcia Bowl.
And plus, it's also Puerto Rican versus Mexican. So that's always been that rivalry in boxing. So also, if he fights Lomachenko, it's very high risk, no reward, because Lomachenko's, as far as like boxing guys, a lot of us know about, like not a lot of us, but hardcore boxing guys know about Lomachenko, but mainstream or like casual fans don't know shit about Lomachenko. So if Mikey Garcia fights him, and then on top of that, it's probably going to get low ratings because Lomachenko's is an adversary. And then on top of that, he's going to get schooled. He's going to look bad. So if he's going to lose, so then everybody's going to be like, God damn, Mikey Garcia must suck. He just lost to this nobody. But boxing fans know this is Lomachenko. This is that dude. So it elevates Lomachenko, but it makes Mikey Garcia look like shit in the process. So, and if let's say, you know, this nigga does, let's say Mikey Garcia does beat Lomachenko, it really doesn't do anything to help him. Because Lomachenko doesn't have that much of a fan base. So, you know, I doubt he'll take that fight. But the Danny Garcia fight probably is going to happen. Also, Paige Van Zandt versus Jessica Ai at flyweight for UFC 216. That's a new division they're opening up, so that's a dope fight. Also, Terence Crawford versus Ndongo, August 19th on ESPN. Also, in boxing news, Paulie Malignaggi is no longer Conor's sparring partner. He talks about releasing the footage of the sparring session because Conor put out pictures of him knocking out Paulie Malignaggi, also socking him in the face, and you see Paulie Malignaggi's face all fucked up. So Paulie Malignaggi was on the MMA Hour milking this, but also talking about that to release the footage because he worked Conor McGregor. That Conor McGregor didn't put up that great of a fight, that whenever he hit Conor McGregor in his body, that he whimpered like a little girl. So he's like released the footage so everybody else can see it. And the first thing that comes to mind is they can't release the footage. Even if they could, they can't. Because then they're throwing all their...
Yeah, they're just throwing their entire game plan
out the window.
And plus, you're going to give Floyd Mayweather a look at how Conor McGregor fights. Yeah.
So that's stupid. That if they want to release it, then do it after the fight. But
that's Malignaggi fucking trying to save face and just try to be relevant in this whole fucking shit show that is the Mayweather McGregor fight.
But I mean, at the end of the day, he signed a confidentiality clause, so he can't even talk about this. He could probably get sued for the shit he's talking about. I mean, he hasn't divulged any of Conor McGregor's fighting style or nothing like that. So, but he's just saying, "Oh, I didn't get my ass whipped. This, that, and third. Release the footage." He can't release the footage,
and he knows that.
Yeah, he knows that.
He knows that, so he's gonna play that up. Like, dude, just take it as what it was. Like, you know this is gonna be some fucking promotional shit. They gotta make Conor look good in his sparring sessions too. Like, they gotta make it look like, yo, this guy's a fucking killer. So fucking.
But my thing is, right, when you watch the pictures, if Conor's getting work, how come he doesn't look as bruised and battered as you?
Because you're told to not go hard on him.
No, they probably said we were going hard. He said we're going hard. He said I went in there to hurt him. He said all the sparring partners were going hard.
I mean, that's a whole other thing. That means that means what you're saying ain't true. That means you fucking getting cracked. Yeah, I mean, it could be I never seen fucking Conor really take a body shot, so.
I mean, remember when Nate fought him and they said I hit him with the knee and he said, ugh. And I said, oh, it's real now. I mean, but, you know, one thing I didn't like about Paulie Malignaggi, he made it seem like boxing body shots are like the ultimate body shots. He was like, you know, it's not like, he's an MMA body shots, so I'm like boxing body shots. Because, you know, I was consistent. I was like, have you ever got kicked?
Yeah.
In the ribs?
I'm pretty sure getting kicked in the ribs or in the liver is a lot worse than getting punched.
Oh, yeah.
Like, have you seen Cowboy take a kick from Anthony Pettis and literally crumble? Like, have you seen guys take kicks from Anthony Pettis and crumble?
Yeah, last time I checked, your arm isn't as strong as your leg.
Yeah,
bro.
like.
So, I get it. You know, you boxers, y'all love the.
They live in a bubble.
Yeah, they love to live in that bubble of boxing is the greatest fight style ever. It can defeat every other fight style. It's the most fucking nuanced fight style. It's like, no, it's not. It really isn't. MMA isn't the most nuanced fight style either, because it's so many disciplines rolled into one. So you can't be a master of everything.
You can't. It's impossible.
It's basically nearly impossible.
Unless you're a child prodigy that started from like this big.
Yeah, or Bruce Lee. Yeah, like everybody thinks that like every boxer or boxing fan, like boxing purists, they all believe that boxing is the single greatest fighting style that's ever been made. It was handcrafted by God herself and fucking handed to humanity on a golden fucking plate
with a glove.
Yeah. But it's very much not. Like, you gotta understand, MMA, it's coming into its own. The punching style is getting more refined. Everything that they're doing is getting way more refined than what it was when it first started. When it initially,
the progression of MMA is...
Yeah.
Woo!
Because they're integrating boxing into their fight styles, and they're also using kickboxing to set up their fight styles too.
And Muay Thai too.
And Muay Thai, well, kickboxing and Muay Thai are...
Karate. You see the guys do the karate specialists too.
Yeah, but I mean, generally speaking, most of the strikers
like
they'll box and everything, but boxing isn't really the heaviest thing on them because they have to have different foot stances for MMA than you would have in boxing. You try to go into an MMA fight with a bladed stance like a boxer, you're gonna get fucking wrecked. Like, first things first, that lead leg is gonna get chopped the fuck down, and after that, you have no way to defend a takedown. Like, if you find a guy who knows how to take you to the ground, either with fucking minimal wrestling, he'll be able to pull you to the ground, or minimal jujitsu, he'll be able to pull you to the ground. So you trying to fight with that bladed stance, you're gonna get wrecked. So they had basically MMA is adapting boxing and kickboxing, those stances, to deal with ground games as well. To basically control the ground and keep yourself on your feet to defend takedowns. So when boxers be like, yeah, they're just washed up fighters, they're washed up boxers that couldn't make it in boxing. It's like, no, it's not. It's just a completely different athlete. That's all it is. You're just mad because boxing has been on decline lately and MMA has been on the rise. That's all it is.
You're not getting that Rocky movie fight.
Yeah, like I don't hate on boxing.
Yeah, I love watching boxing.
I love boxing. I grew up
watching boxing since I was a kid.
Yeah, I grew up watching boxing. I grew up watching MMA. I don't see where the
competition is at.
Yeah, I don't see where
it's two totally different sports.
I don't see the beef. I don't see where the beef or the crossover is supposed to be. Where you're supposed to hate one
and the thing is, I see it more from the boxing community.
Yeah.
Than the MMA community.
MMA guys are all down. They're all good with boxing. It's weird. Like boxers.
It's the old guard of boxing that's like, extremely anal about everything. Like when you hear Bob Arum call MMA gay, you know, it's like, oh, look at these guys rolling on the ground. They must be homosexuals. What? So when you see a street fight and two guys grapple and grab each other and they start rolling on the ground trying to beat the shit out of each other, that's gay?
Yes.
Yeah.
According to Bob Arum.
It's
stupid. I mean, name a fight in the street that doesn't end up on the ground. Like most
Bob
fights
Arum
end up
And look at Bob Arum right now.
Yeah, whatever. He's screwing his fighters over every fucking chance they get. And then you have a lot of new amateur boxers. They're going into MMA because there's more money in it for them. That's the funny thing. They even say it themselves. There's more money in MMA.
The only problem with MMA is the money. That's the problem.
Well, for the big stars, yes. But the thing is, for the smaller fighters, they don't mind getting 50 grand a fight, 30 grand a fight. And then, you know, because in boxing, these guys make $500 fucking dollars. True. $600 to take 10-round ass whipping.
Yeah, there was times that I even know from people that me and you both know that were boxers that didn't even get paid boxing.
They make crumb money.
Like they didn't make shit.
Only people in boxing that make money are those mainstream stars. Everybody else is kind of like
they really don't get paid.
They don't really get paid. Like I know so many boxers that they don't got shit.
They don't even have insurance. Then it's that bad.
They work in maintenance in my job.
It's mutual.
And they were fighting for championships. They were fighting for championships.
And that person had gotten no money.
No money.
No money. That's fucked up.
Also, Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw for UFC 217 in Madison Square Garden. That's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be a good fight.
This week, Sean Price dropped a new album. Not Sean Price, but you know.
He dropped
Sean P.
Album Imperius Rex. It's fucking dope. Only song I have a gripe with that I can't listen to is the joint with Freeway. It's so bad. The chorus is terrible. The beat is dope. Sean Price's verse is dope. But the majority of the song is Freeway, and I can't stand Freeway. I hate everything about him.
Yo, Free.
He's terrible. His voice is awful. He doesn't.
I like Freeway.
He
Man.
doesn't rhyme on. He doesn't rhyme on beat. He doesn't even rhyme half of the fucking time. Fuck him. He's trash. He killed that song. Like, the rest of the album is so good. And then to have that one song was like a big fat blemish on it is a terrible song. I mean, maybe Sean Price was a fan of Freeway and his wife knew it, so she was like, you know what, put him on the album. That song is just so bad. Like, the rest of the album is so good, and then that song it just stinks. It's a dope beat. Sean Price's verse is hard on it, but I can't even listen to it. Like, I literally have to skip it because Freeway's voice just sounds like fucking scratching on a chalkboard. It's the worst shit ever.
Damn, it's really that.
It's
I gotta hear that verse.
It's bad. It's not a verse. He does a verse and a fucking chorus on it. It's bad. The song,
So that's one of the songs you skip.
that's not one. That's the only song I skip. Like, I don't even let it play. The minute I hear bang, like, it's out. Goodbye. See you later.
Is it on your iPod?
Yes.
Just delete the song.
Ah.
So then it just makes the album flow better.
Yeah, true. But
no, there's a way you could actually cut the song.
one of the hardest songs of the year is on this album.
And that's it.
One of the hardest songs of this year on this album is also my favorite collab of all time that I've ever heard in my life. It's called Clans and Cliques, and it's Boot Camp Clique and Wu-Tang Clan. Sean Price's verse on that shit is the most amazing verse in the world because he takes Inspector Deck's verse from one of his old Wu albums, Wu guest appearances, and from It's Yours. He takes his verse from It's Yours, and Sean Prices it up. It's fucking amazing. Raekwon is on the song, Method Man is on the song, Inspector Deck is on the song, Smith & Wesson is on the song, and of course, Sean Price is on the song. Oh, Method Man is on the song too. Yeah, I said Meth. Alright, so yeah, it's Meth, Ray, Inspector Deck, Sean Price, and Smith & Wesson. It's an amazing fucking song. That's the Wu Boot Camp collaboration I've been waiting for years, and I finally got it on Imperius Rex. It's an amazing album. If you're a fan of Sean Price, Bernadette did everything right.
If not, get it.
You still get it, but I mean, Bernadette was on Hot 97 with Drew Hot, and she talked about the album. She said that.
I was kind of mad about that. She was on Hot 97.
But she has to promote the album. She has to.
Oh,
with that
Ebro?
fucking jerk off of
Ebro, yeah. But
Yeah. They don't.
fuck Ebro to the day that I die.
Like that all, bro.
Fuck Ebro to the day that I die. But I understand that she has to. She has to promote her husband's work, so she has to go up there and deal with his bitch ass.
You're not on their favorite list.
But she talked about that as far as that album was concerned, Sean Price only had 3 songs completed. 4 songs completed, and one of them was just as far as like concept, it was completed. He had a verse, but he never finished it as far as like recording wise. So she took a whole bunch of Sean Price verse because they say he has a tons of verses. So she found the beats to match each verse and built songs around them. Some of them was just Sean Price by himself, and it sounds like a completed Sean Price album. It sounds like something Sean Price would put out. So props to Bernadette because she knew what her husband would like as an album, and she put that out as that. And I also shout out to Boot Camp and Duck Down for letting her spearhead the project and making sure that Sean Price's legacy is straight. It wasn't no bullshit as Born Again like what Puffy did with Big. This is like an official Sean Price album. It doesn't sound mismatched and let's put whoever's the hottest rapper out on this shit. No, this was a straight up, it sounds like a Sean Price album. And it's fucking dope.
I mean, the difference was, at least in terms of that Born Again shit, was that they didn't have any actual verses from Big.
No, but they put him with a whole bunch of people. You know he's not gonna make music.
Yeah, but they didn't have enough shit to fan out that album anyway.
So what? But still, they
That's
should have never even made it.
No, they shouldn't have. I agree. They should have never made it.
That shit was garbage.
Just like that joke in the Boondocks, where it was like the Biggie phone conversations.
Soft, man.
So, also this week coming up, August 11th, the first drop of Saucony Originators collaboration drops. That's Saturday, August 11th, just in case you don't know. Each collab is only limited to 100 sneakers each. The sneakers that are dropping this Saturday are the Sneaker Shouts Portuguese Gold. Those are the gray and black ones. The Yo Anti, the Green Monster. That's the one based off the war and fucking Fenway Park. Fuck Boston. Tyler J. Blake, the triple white sneaker. That was like the dumbest idea ever. He made an all white leather, premium leather, triple white sneaker, grid SD, and it gives you markers. So you can write whatever you want on the sneaker.
What the fuck is this? Crayola class?
Like, that's the dumbest. This is a collaboration, bro. You're supposed to put your input on the sneaker, and then you just say, yo, let me get an all white sneaker.
And we color
with
it.
Markers.
We gonna color it.
So y'all can color it.
This is gonna be arts and crafts day.
The fuck is that shit? You wasted time and energy, you fucking bum. Tony D2 Wild, the Wild Tiger, the one that looks like a Cheeto. And then of course Sneakerhead in the Bay Area sneaker, the burgundy and black with the gold accents. That one looks pretty cool. But I'm skipping on all of them. I don't want those. They will drop Saturday in case anybody wants them. August 11th, Saucony.com. Also, I saw the Death Wish trailer.
Yeah, it looks like ass. Eli
Roth.
Stop.
You're a piece of shit.
That's the second remake. Quit.
You're a piece of shit. Also, the tone of the movie seems mad racist. A white guy in Chicago with a hood killing thugs.
Yeah, but it was so bad when Luke Cage was doing that. Right.
It's bad, yo. And it looks cheap. It looks like it's a made-for-TV movie. It looks like it's something that should be on TNT or TBS on a Thursday after the NBA game. Like, Death Wish. The new Death Wish. It looks terrible.
It's horrible.
It looks terrible. No thank you. I pass.
Matt Reeves with the 3 Batman films. Congratulations.
That's if he does finish the 3 Batman.
I mean, he signed on for 3.
He signed on. It's on.
He signed on for 3.
He's locked.
And like I've said before, Batfleck is returning to...
And couldn't be more happier.
Yeah. Another thing. Avatar. The villain for Avatar is still going to be the guy from the first movie.
Steven!
That died. Stephen Lang is reprising the role again. Supposedly, he died. They stabbed his ass.
He was arrested. He walked away at the end of the movie.
He died.
They killed him
in the movie.
That's right, yeah. That big ass. My fault.
So apparently they're gonna explain how he survived. I'm assuming he's gonna be a clone or a cyborg.
Terminator.
Yeah, he's gonna be a Terminator. Avatar is actually secretly...
really made you hate him in that movie.
Yeah, Avatar is secretly Terminator, the new Terminator series.
Oh,
like it's set past the days of Skynet, where Skynet went into space.
Jesus.
That's what I'm gonna say. I'm calling this right now. He's either a cyborg or he's a clone. That's gonna be happening. But
dun, 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 dun.
But yeah,
dun, 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 dun.
From what I heard, it's 2 more movies or 3
more
movies?
It's going to be a trilogy. I heard it's a trilogy.
I heard it was 4 of them joints.
Yeah, so
I hope it's not 4.
But he's going to be the main antagonist for the series.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, so there's that.
I would like to say this from the bottom of my heart again. Vin Diesel, stay away from Miami Vice. There's no reason for you to even do a remake of that.
I mean, if he's not playing it, if it's just his production company, that's fine.
Nah, I don't need a Fast and Furious / XXX.
You like Fast and Furious movies?
Actually, I'm going to admit a certain few Fast and Furious movies that I like. I never deny that.
And he likes The Last Witch Hunter.
That's a big bullshit of all bullshit. I'll tell you the truth right there. Hell no.
In more movie news,
no.
Haruno Nakajima.
Oh, I was going to talk about that too.
who was the man who
wore Godzilla's suit.
he was the original actor who played Godzilla in the original films. He
Rest
died.
in peace, God. Rest in peace, God.
He died August 7th. He was 88 years old.
In case y'all don't know, I'm a huge Godzilla fan.
And I'm a huge Kong.
Nobody's talking about that fucking ape. We're
Fuck
talking
you.
about Godzilla right now.
Fuck you.
Actually,
Yeah.
Kong.
Why are you hating?
Why are you hating? This is a moment of
Listen,
silent
I'm excited.
praise
They about to
for-
remake the King Kong versus
for Haruo
Godzilla.
Nakajima,
Like,
and you're talking about fucking Kong.
sorry.
You're a piece of shit.
Thank you. Like, whoo, ain't nobody a bigger piece of shit than you though.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm not
Disrespected.
blocked by John Doe's.
Fuck John. But we're talking about Haruo Nakajima. He died at 88 years old. He was the OG Godzilla. Rest in peace. And this dickhead comes and brings King Kong.
Kong.
Fuck Kong.
Yep.
Well,
Died of pneumonia.
fuck Godzilla.
Died of pneumonia. Rest in peace, Nakajima. And in case nobody knows, I'm a huge Godzilla fan. I'm a huge Godzilla mark. I have Godzilla tattooed on my back.
That's the reason why he's going crazy.
Countless Godzilla toys. I'm a big Godzilla fan. I've always been Godzilla. Even on forums and shit that had nothing to do with Godzilla, I will make a Godzilla alias and post
Might as well put the fucking Godzilla here
as Godzilla.
and remove this shit.
No, because it's Voltron. So, also speaking of Voltron, Voltron season 3 is on Netflix. It's dope. There's only 7 episodes, which I was kind of
lame.
yeah, it's kind of suck. But the new season is coming out in October.
Damn, they just fucking pumping them out.
Yeah, so that they said that at the end of the season.
They need to reevaluate how they set up seasons now,
Yeah.
because
But
usually seasons last the year and then next year it
But
starts.
this season was dope. I binge watched it all in one day. It's only a half an hour each episode, so boom. Prince Lotor is the man in this shit. They do throw a nod to Prince Lotor's old helmet in the season. If y'all niggas watch, if y'all old enough to watch the original Godzilla Voltron, you know Prince Lotor's helmet. It shows up in the new season of Voltron, so it's pretty dope. I caught it as an Easter egg. I was like, oh, that's Prince Lotor's helmet. So yeah. Thug Rose versus Joanna Champion is also slated for UFC 214.
Rest in peace, Doug Rose.
Rest in peace. It's gonna be a good fight, though. Always gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight.
Joanna Jacek is.
Yeah.
She's a fucking.
I'm still not ruling out Thug Rose though. She is nice with the hands.
I mean, Claudia couldn't deal with this shit.
Yeah, true.
Claudia gave her a run, but she
Yeah.
still couldn't deal with her.
Also for UFC 217, GSP versus Michael Bisping. This is all at MSG. This is a stacked fucking card already. You got TJ Dillashaw versus Cody Garbrandt, Joanna Champion versus Thug Rose. From what I'm hearing, Robbie Lawler versus Juan Masvidal might be on that too.
That'll be a good fight.
And then GSP versus Michael Bisping. I don't like the GSP. Yes, I don't like the GSP versus Michael Bisping fight. I don't think GSP is gonna win that. If he does win the belt, he's not gonna defend it.
Hell no.
He's not gonna defend it. He's not gonna fight at 185. He's not gonna fight these giants. And I hate Bisping as champ. He's been holding up this division for so fucking long already.
Yeah, it's these goofy ass fights.
It's annoying already. It's like, yo, just get rid of the fucking belt and give.
See, that belt, that type there, they should make an interim title, because Michael Bisping ain't gonna defend that fucking belt.
I mean, they did though, Robert Whittaker, but now he's out because of fucking knee injury that Yoel gave him.
They're gonna make an interim title.
So he's not fighting till next year, Robert Whittaker.
So they're gonna make an
interim.
There's gonna be 3 belts in that.
It's a stupid fight to make. I felt GSP should fight Tyron, but Tyron is going to be gone for a couple months. We don't know how bad his shoulder was torn.
Yeah.
So he definitely won't make the MSG fight. But at the end of the day, I personally think GSP don't want to fight Tyron Woodley anyway.
He don't want to fight anybody. He wants to fight fucking legends.
No, I'm talking about GSP.
GSP?
Yeah,
GSP
I don't think he want no piece of Tyron.
GSP is gonna drop down to he's gonna drop back down to his normal weight.
Then he's gonna get work when he fights Tyron. I think he gets worked.
We'll see.
I think he gets worked.
Ah,
I think he gets worked.
Listen, I don't think GSP should be back anyway. I honestly think him coming back is just was just the UFC throwing a shit ton of money at him to.
Yeah, I have no choice though. He asked for the money. He wanted like 10 mil for that fight, and I guarantee you they gave it to him.
Oh, of course they did, but it's just them because lately their fucking pay-per-views have been
Shit.
Have been crap. They've been shit. They don't have any real stars right now. Like their biggest bankable guy is boxing right now. Nate Diaz is
Supposedly they're working on a deal with him. He's gonna be coming soon.
Pay that nigga a lot of money because right now Nate and Nick don't really give a shit because they got their academy going on.
Yeah,
right now.
so they're good, and also their weed shit.
Yeah, and they're selling weed.
Also, Little Uzi Vert.
Why are we talking about Little Uzi?
Why are we talking about him?
Nah, you gotta tell.
He
He stapled his head
Who
in
gives
an
a shit?
Instagram post.
Fuck him.
This, like, he just got a staple gun and stapled his head.
This is Little Uzi Vert.
Why are we talking
Welcome
about
to Jackass.
Exactly. It's news. We gotta talk about it. So, I'm not ever gonna talk about his music. I will talk about him doing stupid
Oh,
shit.
humiliate. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
ridicule. Yeah, okay.
This is. I hope he dies. I really do.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody tells me that he's a star. He's a piece of shit. I don't care for him. Everything he do is a call for attention. He's disrespectful as fuck when it comes to the culture of hip hop. He's a vulture. That's all he is, and I hope death on him. I hope that fucking staple struck a nerve in there and it causes a slow death on him. But yeah, he stapled his head on Instagram. I don't know why, but
Why is he a Marilyn Manson fan?
he's not a Marilyn Manson.
Fuck out of
He's
here.
not.
Yeah, I don't know.
He can't even name me a good song. Paul Rosenberg is the new CEO of Def Jam. That's just been announced.
Joe Budden may be signed back.
Nah, Joe Budden's not. He already said it on his podcast that he's not going back to Def Jam because he's retired as a solo artist.
Okay.
I think this is a good direction for Def Jam because Def Jam for the last
Almost 20 years.
decade, because remember they had in the early 2000s they had Jay-Z, they had Onyx made the comeback. Remember that?
We'll shut them down.
Survival of the Fittest tour. So the last
DMX.
15 years, they've been trash. Cause remember they also had Ghostface too. So
Yeah, when Jay-Z was there, he didn't promote anybody.
yeah, I know.
Oh, Jay was foul for that.
But Paul Rosenberg, I think is a good direction for Def Jam. I don't think he's gonna be trying to sign these new wave trap rappers. He's a big fan of hardcore rap, so we might be seeing a resurgence of hardcore rap in the mainstream again. I know for a fact he's gonna be trying to push hard for Conway, the Machine, because yes, they're signed to Shady, but I don't think they signed to Shady as a label. And from what I saw from Conway, they said they're going on Def Jam. So Conway on Def Jam is a good look. It brings back Def Jam to what it was, signing hardcore acts that can go mainstream.
Yeah.
And then of course he has Action Bronson. He has, I mean, even though I don't like Action Bronson anymore, I still think that he can still drop good music if he puts his mind to it and stop trying to do this.
Be a TV star?
Yeah, I mean, the TV shit is cool, but the music that he's dropping now, it's like he's trying to do like this EDM hardcore rap shit, and it just doesn't sound good.
Bam, 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 and
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I miss him rounding over the boom bap stuff. Like that's where he really shined.
come on, Bam, be back to Bam Bam.
Yeah.
He seems like he's just trying to appeal to like the
Backpackers and
the white kids that they want to hear hardcore rap but not really hear hardcore rap. Like he's like trying to appeal to them.
He's trying to appeal to the vape crowd.
Yeah, the vaping crowd and all that shit. Yo, bro, yo, dude.
That kind
They're bros except that they listen to rap.
of skateboard.
Yeah, skateboard and shit. So I'm hoping that Rosenberg starts bringing in more new hardcore acts that hip hop desperately needs, because in reality, I can't. This trap shit is not rap. These dudes just sing. It's not rap. So I start calling these dudes rappers.
Sing or talk?
They sing and talk like they
Mumble.
mumble. So I'm hoping that, and plus, Def Jam was the home of authentic rap. Like, that's what everybody wanted to go. Like, if you did hardcore rap or you did rap, you was like, I want to be on Def Jam. Because they got Redman, they got, they got all these artists.
Wasn't there a time when Reed was there, and that's when everything
Reed
went
fucked
down
everything
south?
up. Reed fucked everything up.
L.A. Reid.
Once Larry Cohen left, it went to shit. But, yeah, I'm hoping Paul Rosenberg fixes this whole shit up.
Go back to the basics.
I mean, yeah, because Def Jam was.
Because Def Jam, at the end of the day, has this legacy to uphold too. On top of it,
they're the architects of the New York sound.
Yeah, so it's like they need Paul Rosenberg up in there. So
yeah, let's see. It'll get back to the basics.
I'm hoping.
I have a feeling it'll get back to the basics for the most part. You know, like I don't think Paul Rosenberg would let any dumbed down shit into that fucking office.
Nah, cause you gotta remember, at the end of the day, he still has to sell records.
Yeah, it's a business, so there's gonna be a lot of them.
I mean, he still has to sell records. So at the end of the day, he's still gonna. I'm hoping that
a lot of South artists are they're gonna be dropped.
I mean, cause regardless of the trap rappers, these dudes are only good for one hit. Most of the time, they're just good for one hit, and that's it.
Yeah, you sign them to a 360 deal.
Yeah, so and then get them the fuck out of here. But the thing is, I don't think Def Jam wants that legacy. They want the legacy of rappers that can
stand the
test of time, because that's always been Def Jam's thing. I mean, sometimes there's a slow burn, but eventually those rappers build up to these great rappers that sell regardless. So I'm hoping that he does bring back Redman. I would love if Redman's back on Def Jam, because that's the only label I ever seen Redman on. And just to see him independent right now is kind of weird, because I'm used to seeing the Big D and the Big J under his shit. So also Paul Rosenberg is extremely close with Eminem. So I know he's gonna ask Eminem for input as well. And to me, the signing that does make sense is Redman, Conway the Machine. There's a couple artists out there that, I mean, I personally don't care about.
They got Dave East, right?
I think Def Jam does have Dave East. I'm not a fan of Dave East, but he seems to have a nice little movement going on.
Authentic New York.
Not authentic New York. It's very trappy. But he does have a New York sound to him, but he's very trappy. I'm not a fan of it.
Well, his album, I like.
He doesn't have an album out though. I heard he has mixtapes out.
Connie Chanel, that's Kyrie Chanel, that's...
I heard it's a mixtape. He doesn't have an official album out. And he's dropping an EP, I think, this weekend or some shit like that.
The last track on that album, though, is deep.
Like I said, I personally don't care for Davies. Not that I hate him. I don't think he's trash. I'm just not a fan of his music. Just, no, thank you.
They're calling me Don Pablo.
I'm good.
That's my shit right there.
I'm good. Like I said, Imperius Rex is out. Cop it. It's the best hardcore rap album out right now, probably for the rest of the year. Also, Apathy is dropping a group album called Perestroika with OC from Digging in the Crates. I haven't heard anything from it yet. I heard they had a new song up. I haven't checked it out yet, but if it's Apathy, I know it's quality, and plus it's OC. He was one of my old school favorite rappers from the 90s. He dropped World Life, that's an incredibly underrated album. It was also considered a classic. And also Jewels, which is some consider a classic as well. And I used to bump Jewels all the fucking time. I still know a lot of those songs by heart. So it's cool seeing Apathy grab an old school dude and throw him on some new type boom bap beats and stuff, and also rhyme with him. Maybe that'll light his fire up under his ass, because I haven't heard anything new from OC in a while. Maybe because I haven't been checking for him, but I haven't heard anything new from a while from OC. So the last thing I've heard new from OC was on Apathy's last album, Handshake with Snakes. So, and he sounded good on that. So I can't wait to hear Perestroika. Only thing I'm worried about is Apathy's ability to incredibly outshine people on songs, and if that's just going to be a one-sided affair on that album. That's the only thing I'm kind of worried about. That, because Apathy's that good. He usually outshines people really bad, and then like when the other guy starts to rap, you're just like, you're hoping that they're on the same level as Apathy, and then they're not, and so you kind of get turned off by their verse. I'm hoping that album is not full of that. I hope OC brings his A game when going up with Apathy on his songs. That's my only worry about this album, because I know for the beats, Apathy, you know, he's a great producer and he also has a good ear for beats. So I'm not worried about the beats. I'm just worried about the outshine factor that Apathy has been known to do to people. So that's the only thing I'm worried about. And I heard the album's coming out in September. Also, the Black Dahlia Murder put out the album art for their album Nightbringers. I think it's dropping in October. The album cover looks dope, as all Black Dahlia Murder album covers are, except for My Asthma. But besides that, it's also their worst album, My Asthma. But yeah, Black Dahlia Murder, they've been on a roll ever since, Nocturnal?
Yeah.
Ever since Nocturnal, these motherfuckers have been knocking it out the fucking park with every fucking album. They just get better and better. I definitely want to hear this shit. Nightbringers. I heard that's the name of a Stephen King's thing. Some shit. I think it has to do with what was that movie with the cat people? Sleepwalkers, is it? Sleepwalkers. Yeah. So the Nightbringers has something to do with that. But yeah, I can't wait for that album that drops in October. But as of right now, if you're into hardcore rap or you miss hardcore rap, like if you're like listening to other genres of music, like you just gave up on rap and you're listening like to hardcore or thrash metal or death metal or black metal, maybe even gay ass prog.
I be hating on prog.
Most prog is gay, but
Mastodon is prog.
Huh?
Mastodon is prog.
Yeah, Mastodon is good though, but most prog is gay. Most prog is gay, but yeah, go listen to Imperius Rex. It's fucking dope. Sean Price, rest in peace, Sean Price. Also, he has a song on there called The Three Lyrical P's. It's Sean Price, Prodigy, and Styles P, all on one song, produced by Harry Fraud. Actually, the story behind that song, Bernadette said it in the Hot 97 interview. While she was making Imperius Rex, Harry Fraud hit her up because he got wind that she was making the album. And Harry Fraud told her, look, I got a song with Sean Price and Prodigy on it. And it also has Styles P. And I'm just holding it because I didn't know what to do with it. But he goes, I'll give you the song. I don't have to, I'm not going to charge you anything, it's yours. Only thing you have to do is contact Prodigy's family and clear Styles P's vocals. And Styles P gave the okay immediately, and so does Prodigy's family. So that the last song Prodigy did was the last song Sean Price did, he did it when Prodigy was still alive. So that's the last real song you're gonna have of Sean Price and also of Prodigy, because they both did it while they were alive. So that's pretty dope. And Styles P gave them the permission for the vocals as well because he's on the song. So
crazy thing.
Also,
timing of music.
Harry Fraud also says he has over half an hour worth of music with him and Prodigy. Him doing the beats and Prodigy rhyming. So expect a Harry Fraud Prodigy album soon as well. So that's pretty dope as well. So there's gonna be a lot more music for Sean Price, because I know for a fact that him and Little Fame did an album together, where Little Fame is doing the beats and Prodigy and Sean Price did the raps. So you're gonna have that album. I don't know when.
There'll be a lot of yelling on that record.
It's gonna be a real hardcore shit. But Little Fame does rap on it. I heard it's just Fame doing the beats as Fizzy Womack like he always does, and Prodigy doing the.
Be yelling on that record.
It's gonna be a dope album. It's gonna probably be the ignorance, most hardest shit ever.
I guarantee there's gonna be an MOP guest appearance.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, definitely. That's gonna be probably the greatest song ever.
Maybe.
It's probably gonna be, but yeah, there's gonna be more Sean Price music coming down the pipeline because he has so much music left. And Bernadette, everybody, whoever has Sean Price music, as far as producers go or other rappers, they have to go through Bernadette first. So as far as like if she's in charge of everything, everything's gonna be straight. You're never gonna hear Sean Price on a pop song. Thank God, because Bernadette won't let that happen. So everything's left in good hands as far as Sean Price's legacy goes. Because also Duck Down, you know, their family. That was the best part about Sean Price's relationship with his label, that they were family. So they're not gonna fuck around and fuck his music up like Sean did with Biggie shit with that Born Again crap, or the limbo that Pac's music is in at the moment. So Sean Price's music is always gonna be the same hardcore Sean Price shit. So, and there's always gonna be quality because Bernadette knows, she said her husband was a stickler for certain shit, so she's gonna keep that on. So we're gonna probably have like 2 more Sean Price albums plus the Fizzy Womack and Sean Price album. So yeah, more Sean Price for me, yay! And there's gonna be more Prodigy music on the way too as well. So you know, good. So that's what we're gonna talk about.
Few.
Oh,
A
okay.
couple things.
Shit you don't give a fuck about, so really don't
Yeah.
Go
matter.
ahead. But it don't matter.
In gaming news, Capcom accidentally leaked their esports plan for Marvel vs. Capcom.
They did?
They accidentally leaked it on their YouTube, on their public YouTube page. It was supposed to be a private, video for just their for their internal use, and they accidentally leaked it on their public page. And a lot of people were upset over the way the money is supposed to be getting doled out by them for the prizes and everything, especially towards Evo, and how they're doing some of the
That's crazy.
how they're doing some of the online tournaments and how they're setting up the Capcom Cup. Plus, on top of that, Capcom hasn't had a lot of luck with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity this time around because the roster list has been leaked
Oh my god.
already. So all these videos that they're putting out where they're showing the new characters, surprise to no one. Anybody who's plugged into the FGC community already knows who's going to be in the game, and there's been outcry because, again, there are no X-Men in the Marvel vs. Capcom game at all.
No
What? There's none?
Wolverine.
None of it.
Whoa, Wolverine?
No Juggernaut?
There's no X-Men in any of the games.
Wow.
Like none of the X-Men characters.
But
made
Wolverine
any-
was a staple.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know,
him and Juggernaut would have made that.
Nah,
that
Wolverine
deal.
was straight up staple.
they are
Okay.
cut because Marvel.
Beefing with Fox?
Don't say that. It's beef from a Fox.
It's always been the beef with Fox.
Yo, that's fucked up, man.
You don't understand this. They can't Marvel.
They can't make money
in
off
their
it.
beef. They stopped making X-Men toys,
That's true.
so you don't see any more X-Men toys. The X-Men series, none of the characters that are there are part of the original X-Men lineup that's in the movie series.
That's true.
They canceled the Fantastic Four comic book because of
The issue with
Fox.
Yeah, that I remember.
So they're basically if you're not using X-Men characters or characters, if you're not willing to give us back these characters, we're not free. Basically,
We're not free promo.
Yeah, we're not promoting any of this shit for free anymore.
You're gonna hit him in the pocket.
So they're like, fuck y'all, we're not gonna do it.
That's
and
gangsta.
then on top of that, Fox doesn't have rights to make any merchandise off of the
And
X-Men
that's what
brands.
that's hit him in the pocket.
So yeah,
That's gangster.
so like for Marvel vs. Capcom, there's no X-Men characters.
Oh, that's gonna feel strange.
That's why they put all the other characters in it. That's why they got that's why they got Miss Marvel. That's why they put in Gamora.
Black Panther.
They put in they put all these other characters in because there is no X-Men characters
Yo, this
at
is
all.
so fucked up right now.
Oh shit, I need this shirt. Duck Down Music just put out a brand new shirt. Sean Price is 8 don't kill 8.
You better zoom that
I'm
shit
buying
into the camera so they look.
I'm buying it. 8 don't kill 8.
Apparently, there's going to be a Call of Duty documentary, an unofficial Call of Duty documentary.
What?
It's called the COD Umentary, basically. It's
That's weird.
It's basically chronicling Call of Duty's rise to fame from when it initially launched. It's gonna apparently go through the entire beef between Activision and Infinity Ward.
Oh, yeah, I remember
which
that
got
beef.
them,
Yeah, I
which
remember
got
that
the two heads of Infinity Ward booted, which they went on to start Respawn Entertainment. Again, it's a unofficial documentary.
Of course,
So,
I don't think
so Activision has no real
Activision
control.
will want anything about it. Yeah.
So they can't say anything about anything. What else? In new releases this week, there's actually a pretty decent bit of new releases. Uncharted comes out. The Lost Legacy, that's coming in about 2 weeks. That's on April 22nd. Then you have, which just came out, Hellblade, Suna's something or another. It's from the guys who made the DMC game, Ninja Theory. I'm not a fan of Ninja Theory at all. I hate most of their games. This one actually looks kind of interesting because it deals with mental illness. It uses mental illness, like the bitch hears voices and she hallucinates. It's a chick. She going to hell, and supposedly it has a permadeath system.
That's the greatest description of a game ever.
Yes.
The bitch hears voices.
So apparently, there's a permadeath system in the game.
Oh my god.
That when you die enough times, it deletes your save file, so you have to start from the beginning. Eurogamer tested this theory.
Oh my god.
They wanted to see if the game actually had the permadeath system that deleted your save that it warned you about, and apparently it doesn't. Ninja Theory bitched out at the last moments where they had this great idea for this permadeath system.
Little bitches.
And apparently it's a gated death system, so like as you progress through levels and you keep dying, the corruption kind of works its way up, but it stops at certain points. So you can just keep dying to your heart's content, and you won't fucking increase the corruption on your character. But when you go into the next levels, it keeps going up. But it doesn't actually permadeath you at all, and it doesn't delete your save file. That's like a real bitch move on Ninja Theory's part. I feel like they should have just put that shit in the game and doubled down on it, and just it'd have been cool.
The bitch hears voices.
It'd have been cool to have a game system like that, or a system in a game like that, where you would basically have to worry about how you play and be smart about it and not die. But yeah,
the bitch hears voices.
It's a bitch move by Ninja Theory. Fuck them. I hate them. They fucked up Devil May Cry, and all their other games are fucking terrible. Plus, they had one of the most racist games ever made, called Ragdoll Kung Fu. That shit was racist as fuck.
Oh man.
Mega Man Collection Volume 2, which is another waste of money, because Capcom doesn't care about Mega Man, and they don't care about
disrespect to Mega Man.
Yeah, straight disrespect. They collected these. They still haven't collected the X series. Volume 2 for this Mega Man series basically runs Mega Man 7, 8, 9, and 10. 9 and 10, it's kind of a joke that they put these on there, and they're like, hey, we bundled it all together. 9 and 10 were 8-bit games. They were throwbacks to the old school style games. These shits are barely 20 megs a piece. They're full-fledged Mega Man games. They're hard and everything, but trying to say like, oh yeah, we put a bunch of complete titles in the game. Like, yeah, motherfucker, you could have fit the fucking X series in there if you wanted to.
I love the X series. That was probably my favorite series out of the Mega Man series.
Again, Capcom, this is probably the most you're gonna get from Mega Man, from Capcom, period, because they really just basically said fuck Mega Man,
aka Rockman.
Yeah, and they won't make anything for him, but they'll put him in every fucking fighting game, but they just won't give him his own game.
Yeah, that don't make no sense. They have no problem milking him, but they don't want to make games
because the way this guy left Capcom, there was a beef between them.
Oh, the guy who created Mega Man?
Yep. So they basically let Mega Man die. They just let him rot on the vine.
That's fucked up. Free Mega Man.
Yeah, and last other release is going to be Metroid on the 3DS. That's the next one that should be coming up either this week or next week, and that's pretty much it.
Oh, And I saw War for the Planet of the Apes. Great fucking movie. Special effects are scary real. Woody Harrelson is a dickhead in that movie. It's a great movie. Go see it. I'm going to try to see Spider-Man Homecoming this week.
Yeah, and the Dark Tower flopped.
And the Dark Tower flopped, which I really didn't want to flop. But I heard they did some reshoots too because some people didn't like Idris Elba's character.
Dude, that movie had so many fucking problems going into it. It was initially supposed to be done by J.J. Abrams and his crew.
That would have been amazing.
David Lindelof and them. They were gonna do it. They basically backed out of it because they were afraid they weren't gonna be able to do the source material any justice. So they jumped off.
Because that's a lot to do.
Yeah. Then Ron Howard jumped on. He was gonna make it a, I believe, three movie setup.
I think that would have been way better.
With a TV show in between to basically
tie everything in.
Yeah, to fill the gaps in.
So, that would have been dope. That's a dope idea.
Mm-hmm. So that was supposed to happen.
It didn't happen.
I think he couldn't get the budget. They wouldn't give him the budget for it.
That's
so,
Sony is so cheap.
Sony's gonna fall. I heard that they had their last hopes in that Emoji movie.
I don't know why. That movie looks stupid. I don't know who the fuck was like, this is a great idea. Let's make a movie about emojis.
I want to see like the meeting. And they were like, yo, we're in dire straits. You know what can save us? What? The Emoji Movie.
I would have been in the office like the fucking chocolate.
I want to be. Honestly, I want to be there when the guy pitched that movie.
You know, it would be good.
He does. I got this great idea for a movie. Imagine it's a movie about emojis.
I can imagine how Ari Emanuel thought his reaction. He probably would have been shitting on that movie.
Like that was just stupid.
Literally shitting on that movie. I'm not representing this shit.
Back to the Dark Tower. After that happened, the new guy basically
should have
jumped
been
on.
the Emoji Tower. I bet you would have sold it.
Yeah. So he took it over and he changed the story basically as instead of trying to adapt the actual Dark Tower books, he decided to make it like a pseudo sequel to the
Dark Tower,
to the actual series.
I know Stephen King ain't happy.
They basically they basically stitched a bunch of story elements from each of the books into it to make it like a pseudo sequel and kind of try to world build. Apparently it fell flat. People didn't like it. Like fans of the books didn't like the fact that it didn't really
adhere to the books.
Yeah, it didn't adhere to the books, and the other side of it, where like the people who just came in to watch the movie, or the casual guy, they didn't get anything either because it was like a half-cooked story the entire way through. They pretty much it's sitting at like 14% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow. That's a beating.
Yeah, the only cool thing about this entire thing, if you're a Dark Towers fan, is that it made $19 million. Again, that's only cool if you're a Dark Towers fan. There's a whole thing with 19 in the fucking Dark Tower series. Good. So, in terms of symbolism, it's really cool. But
it's a win.
Yeah,
thank you again, Sony.
But yeah, apparently the TV series is still a go. For this, I don't know if the next film is gonna be a go, but the TV series
is gonna be a trilogy, right?
I don't know.
Sony's stupid. They'll put up the money for it.
I don't know.
No, they're not, because I heard that Sony Films is going under. They put all their shit into the Emoji Movie.
That Emoji Movie, I don't know what the fuck.
That was their last hope, the Emoji Movie. The Emoji Movie!
You were better off with the Venom movie, dumbasses.
What else? Yeah, so apparently the TV series is still a goal. I don't know about the future films, but Idris Elba is signed on to do those. They're supposed to take place in the Wizard and the Glass book series.
I'm still gonna go watch the Dark Tower.
I'm gonna watch it anyway.
I'm gonna go watch it.
What else? Apparently, there's also in Dread News, in Mega City 1 News, Carl Urban is in talks to reprise his role as Judge Dredd.
I knew that. I heard about that months ago.
Yeah, no, initially that was rumor. Now that's actually, he's in talks. They're actually looking for it. They went to him, negotiating with him for him to reprise the role as Dredd. And that's pretty much it. That's all I got.
That's freaking exciting. Oh,
also the new episode of Game of Thrones was fucking ill. Dracarys. When I bust a nut, that's when I'm screaming from now on. Dracarys. But yeah, it's fucking ill.
Drogon is a beast.
What's this bitch? Daenerys. She needs to stop saying this nigga needs to bend the knee. He's fucking king of the north.
There's some really good memes coming off of that.
Yeah, I know. I'm tired of this bitch keep asking for him to bend the knee. He's the king of the fucking north.
stop being disrespectful.
He's the king of the fucking north. She needs to stop asking to bend the knee. John, you better have not bended the knee in that fucking cave.
He bent the D.
That's what he needs to bend is that D between those.
No, man, that's not really cool.
Yeah, and he's a talk.
That's
Well,
not
we've
cool.
seen the show and everybody knows this already. He's a fucking Targaryen. They like fucking family members.
Yeah.
That's just the Targaryen thing, but yeah.
He doesn't know though.
Yeah, he doesn't know. But
So
that,
if he hit it,
again, I'm not a fan of shipping Danny and John because that's aunt and nephew.
But if he hit it, because I hit Daenerys.
I mean, there's already incest in the
I
show
get it.
already.
Well, you wouldn't be her fucking nephew.
Yeah, but still, even if I knew, I would.
Ugh.
Even if I knew, I hit Daenerys. I'll tap that. Cass. I'd hit it all day.
Oh, last Stephen King news. The person that's played it, Bill Skarsgård. That's how it's pronounced his name.
Yeah, Skarsgård.
Oh, that's the guy from Vikings.
Yeah. He's having an issue. I don't think he may return to reprise his role as Pennywise because he's having nightmares, consistent nightmares, and it's freaking him out.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, actually.
He's dreaming about the
Pennywise? Oh, and speaking of that too, Bill Skarsgård. There's also in the last trailer for the It film.
Oh, the original It is in there too.
Yeah, there's a scene where there's a bunch of clowns.
You can see Pennywise.
The original Tim Curry Pennywise is in that scene, which is kind of dope.
Paying the tribute.
That It movie looks cool so far. There hasn't been a trailer, but I'm like, this shit looks like ass. It looks pretty cool so far.
That shit creeps me the fuck out.
Yeah, it's looking pretty cool. So.
It's looking pretty cool so far. I'm still holding my reservations for it because the simple fact, a lot of remakes suck.
Yeah.
But this is not a remake though.
It is technically a remake.
No, it's not. Because
the television series.
The other one.
The television series was just 2 episodes, right?
It was it was a mini-series.
How long is the miniseries? Like 4?
4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 4 episodes.
But it was a mini-series.
Television miniseries.
This one's actually a film, so technically it doesn't count as a remake.
Yeah. This one is more gore, bloody. It adds.
But just because it has more gore and it's bloody doesn't mean it's gonna be better.
Yeah,
no. No, I'm not saying I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I'm just saying like they censored certain things.
Yeah, but it was still fucking scary as fuck.
Yeah, the one thing
originally it made me shit my pants. I couldn't even finish watching that shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That and Salem's Lot. Yeah.
The one thing I always gave the original It, even Tim Curry's It, because that Pennywise was fucking creepy.
Yeah, I couldn't finish watching that show when I was a kid.
Like he played.
I had to wait till I was like in my late teens to watch that shit.
Yeah.
Like he plays like a really terrifying version. Like even though when he's being like goofy, he's creepy.
Yeah, he's still. It's his
he's terrifying.
Eyes, man. So yeah, I'm like oh.
So yeah, it's the same thing like when they did
fucking clowns, man.
I'm more or less waiting for them to do The Stand, but that's a whole nother though. That's a whole nother.
And I'm still waiting for my Sleepwalkers remake, but that's a different.
No, don't touch that movie.
But
Sleepwalkers, don't touch that movie.
You like the original one?
I don't care. I like it.
You like it?
Plus, in other Dark Tower news, or at least Stephen King news, the Dark Tower basically confirms that all the films are shared universe connected. But it's not like a cinematic universe where characters are gonna be jumping over from fucking films and everything. But each one is basically set in the same universe. And the Dark Tower is the Dark Tower movie is basically the thing that connects it all, which makes sense because just like the books, the Dark Tower connects all the books together. So yeah, that's a fun little Easter egg for everybody who's watching Stephen King movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One last bullshit news today up on the internet news. Facebook is going mad because, you know, Power got leaked out his last 2-3 episodes. And everybody's going mad. 50 Cent is actually saying, fuck you, stars. I'm about to be up out of here. I'm pushing that show somewhere else that you're not going to pay me my money for the last 2 seasons. And yeah, everybody's going crazy. That's the crazy.
I don't care about Power, but he brought up something about, you know, fucking TV. Millar World was bought by Netflix. If you don't know what Millar World is,
No, that's what I mentioned you.
Yeah, let me explain, nigga.
It's
Jesus.
it's basically the comic book company started by Mark Millar to basically put out his own projects. That's where you got things like Kick-Ass from.
Love Kick-Ass.
Kingsman. Pretty much everything.
M-A-R-V.
Millar World. So basically everything Mark Millar is putting out has been bought by Netflix. So it's gonna be kind of awesome when we start seeing
Original series
based off of Mark Millar properties. Yeah, I didn't need to see that.
Word, that's right.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'm done.
Yeah.
And if anybody got any last little bit of Easter eggs?
Yeah, that's it. We're done. That's the end of the podcast, episode 28. It'll be out hopefully tomorrow or later today, if Mark's on his job, you know. But yeah, that's the end of the podcast. There won't be any fights coming up for a while. The only thing that's coming up is McGregor versus Mayweather. So there's no UFC pay-per-views. There's no UFC fight nights. There's nothing. Everything now is promotions for Mayweather and McGregor. So that's what we're getting. There's no boxing. There's nothing else from what I know of. So everybody's gearing up for Mayweather McGregor. Then after that is Canelo versus Triple G. So boxing right now it looks like they're gonna do some things to help elevate the sport again. But y'all all can thank McGregor, an MMA fighter. So Metabolic Chronicles Vlogcast is over. We won't see y'all till whenever the fuck. Probably
next week.
No. Probably next week, maybe.
Next week. Just to talk shit.
Yeah, probably just to talk shit. But if there's any news, if there's not really anything to talk about, then we'll probably just be here rambling our fucking heads off.
Like we did today.
So
Pretty much.
that's the end of the vlogcast. Go cop Imperius Rex. Go cop any of Prodigy's old music. Go cop any of Sean Price's old music. Go cop any of the Black Dahlia Murders old music.
Go watch Game of Thrones.
Except my asthma. Do not buy my asthma. Don't do it to yourself. It's a piece of shit, regardless of what he says.
But go watch Game of Thrones. Go watch Voltron Season 3 and 2 and 1.
And War Planet of the Apes.
Go watch Wonder Woman because Mark always says I'm hating on the DC.
Here you go. We're not going to start this shit right now.
He always says I'm hating on them. So go watch Wonder Woman. I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't seen Spidey
and I missed out on it.
I haven't seen Spidey.
So go watch Spider-Man Homecoming and use lotion, you ashy motherfuckers. Peace.